higher or lower than the original one, depending on if we are increasing or decreasing it. So we always imagine that the starting amount is 100%. When we're increasing it, we end up with more than 100%. When we're decreasing, we end up with less than 100%. So let's look at an actual example. So if we were asked to increase $30 by 20%, so the starting percentage is 100%. The new percentage would therefore be 120%, because we would add the 20% we're increasing by. So in other words, what we're now trying to do is find 120% of $30. If you recall, finding a percentage of an amount, we would change the percentage to a decimal. So 120% as a decimal would be 1.2. Remember, you're dividing it by 100. And we then multiply that by the value. So we are trying to increase $30 by 20%. So we would calculate 1.2 multiplied by 30. So 1.2 multiplied by 30 gives 36. In this case, it would be $36. So our second example, again, an increase. So our starting percent is 100. This time we're increasing by 8%, so our new percentage is now 108. Changing this to a decimal would be 1.08, and we are going to be multiplying that by 500. So 1.08 multiplied by 500 gives 540. This time there are no units because it was just 500. Okay, on to a decreasing question. So again, our starting percentage is 100. This time we're decreasing by 10%. So our new percentage is going to be 90. To find 90% of $50, we would change to a decimal, so 0.9, and multiply by 50. So 0.9 multiplied by 50 gives 45. Again, in this case, it would be dollars. Decreasing 1200 by 30%. The starting percentage is 100. We're decreasing by 30, which now leaves us with 70%. So we're finding 0.7 multiplied by, this case, 1200. So 0.7 multiplied by 1200 gives 840. Now, let's just double check our answers. So this question, we were increasing $30 by 20%. We ended up with 36%. It makes sense because it's more than the original amount. Again, this one, we're increasing 500 by 8%. We have a number more than 500. These were decreasing. We started with 50, we ended up with 45. And finally, 1200, we ended up with 840. Always double check that your answer makes sense.